Today we're going to be looking at the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet first tier shifts, and some of these are pretty huge and some are pretty crazy. So I do want to know your thoughts as well. Please leave them down below about the new solidified OU tier and the UU Alpha tier. This isn't going to have too much visual stimuli, so feel free to tab out or just listen while you're doing whatever the hell you want to do. And also subscribe if you enjoy Pokemon Scarlet and Violet content. And I'm not alone. Subscribe to my boy MV too because he's here with me. Say hi.
Hello, what's poppin'? Now, you may not have to watch, but you can listen, but I'll give you the descriptive imagery you need.
Oh god.
You're actually having a real-life Pokemon battle in your mind.
Thank you for that. So, for those that don't know, on Pokemon Showdown, the Pokemon are basically, like, people keep track of the stats, and this is usually how tiers are determined. They are made based on usage. So, however much a Pokemon is used, at a certain point on the ladder determines where it is. I do want to say, if we're looking at the OU tier right now, it's pretty crazy that Lokix is number 20 in usage. Lokix had more usage than Garchomp, Dragonite, Toxapex, Tyranitar. Now,
there's only one reason for that.
Some might say it's because it's a great Pokemon. Others might say because pokeaimMD's first Pokemon Showdown Live was with the GOAT Lokix.
And everyone was using it like, oh, I need a team. Let's see what the first one Joey put was.
And it had,
must be good.
The first one definitely has all 6 of the Pokemon right here. But I do want to say that Lokix was actually really good during the beginning of the metagame when Fluttermane was around and when like Houndstone was around. It was really good because it could revenge kill them really easily.
Yeah,
so
powerful sucker punches, first impressions.
Exactly. So it was a nice mon. So if you actually look at the stats right here on the right, you'll see that Fluttermane was at number 1 with 40%. Obviously, you see the little things around it, so it is banned, right?
Yes.
It is banned. Parentheses means it's banned. Same thing with Palafin. Palafin was at 35% usage. Crazy. Great Tusk at 30% usage. I think it makes sense, right? Like Stealth Rock, Easy Rapid Spin, Earthquake, and the bulk upsets too. Like this AV now, this mon deserved to be up there. Do you disagree with anything in top 10?
In top 10, probably not. So it makes a lot of sense for Great Tusk because everybody's running Lead Glimora, right? And you lead Great Tusk, you just go for the attack, whatever, rapid spin after, just rapid spin turn 1, get fast. This thing is like super good. I've been actually spamming it quite a bit on some of my teams as well. Top 10 wise, I think these are great because you immediately expect Golden Go and Glimora to be the same because a lot of people run those two on the same team to block defog and stuff like that and rapid spin.
Yeah, exactly.
Carbonite though, interesting because it's back. I understand like because with defog it's just a good steel type, right?
Yeah.
But
I feel like it's also because it deals with Chien-Pao. Like that's the big thing. Chien-Pao, it can U-turn around. It also deals with King Gambit, deals with Scizor, switches into Great Tusk, which I think is the big thing as well. And yeah, you can't defog on Golden Go or Goldengo, but the big thing is that you just get to U-turn and you switch it on Clodsire, switch it on Roaring Moon to an extent, depending if it's not Terra Dark. Like you can beat it 1v1 depending on your set because they're usually Terra Flying. But I do think the top 10 makes a lot of sense, especially with the beginning of it. Golden Go at 25%, probably one of the best Pokemon. Like literally one of the best Pokemon.
I agree, yeah, it really is. And actually, so like how I used to use Corviknight on like pretty much most of my teams in Gen 8. It's only on half my teams now, and you know what the actual other half is? I think somebody gave me a statistic that Golden goes on a lot of my teams too now.
I mean, it fits literally on every type of build, right? It fits on offense, it fits on balance, it even fits on stall, mainly because this thing's ability stops defog, right? So anything you have hazards is incredible. It also stops status. So it's pretty crazy. Chi-Yu being up there in top 10 makes perfect sense. This is Chi-Yu and Chien-Pao are the two hardest Pokemon to switch into in this metagame currently. Currently, they're the hardest Pokemon to switch into. Life Orb or Bandit Chien-Pao, and Chi-Yu's on the special side with that. Good to see that Ting Lu is at number 31 because it's one of the best answers to Chi-Yu, and just a good answer in general in there. And then I think like it's crazy to see that Toxapex still made it above the line, even though it's been severely nerfed with no knockoff and no Scald. Is there anything out here though that kind of surprises you looking at it?
So I do want to make one interesting observation here, is the fact that with Palafin being banned, see, the reason that Clodzire's number 9 right now, right, is because everybody used Water Absorb on it so that they could have something for Palafin. Now that Palafin is gone, right, what I'm thinking is, so what's if Palafin wasn't in the tier and Clodzire was there, I'd be really surprised, but I think what's going to happen is Dondozo is going to go up a lot, and then Clodsire is going to go down probably.
I can agree with
that. It's not going to run like water absorbed and stuff like that anymore.
Yeah, it still runs unaware on stall, which is still pretty decent, and it usually runs special defensive now. Because it doesn't have to run Fizz Def anymore because Palafin is gone, but it's still pretty cool to see. I think the really interesting thing to see is Ditto. And, you know, Ditto usually is really good in an early meta, especially with a crazy mechanic. But the fact that Ditto doesn't actually copy everything perfectly, I feel like it's weird to see that Ditto is up here. But we also, I mean, I use Ditto on my first team too. There's not a lot of setup sweepers that actually straight up beats at the moment. Besides maybe
so keep in mind though, like at the beginning of every single generation, Ditto's just spammed. Even if it's good or not, everybody's gonna spam it because everybody's just spamming broken things, right? This was like seen at the beginning of Generation 6, like when we had Megas and stuff. Generation 7 when
Dynamax.
Dynamax that was 8 Dynamax. 7 was
yeah. Same. I think basically the same thing.
Same concept.
Yes,
exactly,
Megas, Dynamax, and that. Yes.
Yep, exactly.
It's still interesting though because obviously in the Dynamax metagame, Ditto could break free of its choice item and be broken and then go back to its choice item. So that's why it was cool there. But it's interesting to see it here because like if you look at the setup mons in here, Dragonite, Ditto doesn't revenge kill Dragonite because Dragonite just terrestrializes normal as the Ditto goes for Ice Spinner and then Earthquake into E-Speed knocks out like or excuse me, Ice Spinner either knocks out Ditto or Ice Spinner into E-Speed knocks out Ditto. So it's interesting to see that. Garchomp being here makes sense. The Stealth Rock Spike says amazing. Good to see both forms of Donphan up there, which is pretty cool. I think Scizor makes a lot of sense too. It was the Fluttermane answer, it was the Chien-Pao answer. It's just so good with SD and being able to terrestrialize that banded Bullet Punch into another steel, like a Super Steel Bullet Punch, is pretty crazy. You have Amoonguss up there because it was one of the best Palafin answers until Palafin started running Steel type and then taunting with that, which is pretty crazy. Nice to see Tyranitar keep its place in OU in the beginning of the generation.
Yeah. Interesting, because I haven't seen too many Tyrannosaurs, and I think the reason probably we can see it just touching the top 40, the top usage here, is just because of, I think when Houndstone was spammed, and that, as you can see, also has parentheses around it, so it is banned in Ubers now.
Yeah.
But I think Tyranitar's usage was mainly there just because it was an activator of Houndstone's Sandrush ability.
And also, yeah, I agree. Also, it's this like the first time in a long time we've had all 3 starters OU at the same time? Because
I think so, and I think it's because I did 3 starter videos. Did you do any starter videos yet?
I haven't even. I've used them on teams, but I haven't like.
You know, I was the first person to feature the fairy terrestrial Skeleturge.
Nice. To feature it,
yes.
To use it, I don't know about use it, but to feature it, you are 100% the person.
The first one to
feature it on YouTube.
Yeah, feature it on YouTube, and I maybe use it. I'm not sure because like I actually that was like the very first day like the meta dropped and stuff like that, and that was the first video I did like on the day of. I don't know, maybe, but after that,
either way, yeah. I didn't do the starters because I didn't want the comments about spoilers. I already got them about low kicks, the route like whatever bug. But yeah, you remember that. But
I got that in the first video.
You got Garganical or Garganachi, as some of my friends say.
I like to call it Garganical, but then I heard you and Blunder will say Garganacle. I'm like,
yeah, we say Garganacle, okay. Gargasalt, Garganachi. They're all fine. They're all completely fine. That mon is one of the greatest mons. One of the greatest mons. Yeah. The Iron Defense, Body Press. Salt Cure is one of the most broken moves in the game. The fact that it doesn't stop, stop is insane.
It's dead and I'm still taking damage. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's actually, it's actually like insane for that.
It makes people salty. Get it?
Thank you, Harvey. We do see both Shed Tailors. It makes sense. Cyclers are obviously being the superior one. Faster speed, rapid spin, knockoff, U-turn, taunt. But we do see Earthworm there too with the spikes and the Shed Tail. Obviously, I think that's going to drop off eventually. I think that's a lot worse than Cyclers are.
I think so
but
too.
Still cool.
I don't know who made Earthworm, but I like that Pokemon. It's just like it's just smiling.
Yeah, I agree. It's such a great little design. Pokemon. I like its shiny as well. We do see Mousehold there too. I think that's a new Toy Syndrome. Population Bomb is pretty cool. Obviously now everybody runs Rocky Helmet. It's a little bit harder. But when I used it on a team recently, basically the idea was just you turn around and bring out Chi-Yu and get a kill on everything that comes in on Mousehold. But one of the cool things is, besides like Mold Breaker, Defog, Hawlucha, I know you showed that off, and I know a few people use it on the ladder too. It's one of the few Pokemon that can get rid of hazards on Golden Go because of Tidy Up. Tidy Up just gets rid of hazards. So that's pretty cool to see that. As the metagame is developed, by the way, I do think that Meowscarada is actually worse than the other two. I think that Quaquaval is low-key a giant threat. And I think
I
that
think so now.
Skeletor is amazing.
Yeah, I think so. So what I'm guessing here is that with Palafin out of the way, right? I think Quacklevola is gonna go up in usage a lot because if you're thinking about like strong and pretty fast, I guess, or decently fast water types in the tier, ones that can kind of snowball, like Palafin could snowball pretty much, especially when you're running that one bulk up set that started getting popularity and then it got banned all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You already know. But yeah, like other water types, I'm trying to think. There's like, other than like rain teams, I feel like Quacklevola is just super easy to activate. Just bulk up.
Yeah, dude, and it gets its Moxie and Aqua Step, boosting its speed.
Exactly.
I really think
Literally
it's
like
like
a Dragon Dance.
yeah, I think it's, and especially because Pex is good, but it's not like as amazing as it was before. It's not like you're not seeing it on every other team. You know what I mean? Like this mod is just something that could be something crazy with it. It's cool to see 2 Volcaronas up here as well. Volk still being good, taking advantage of that terastallizing very well with Terra Grass and Terra Water, etc. And then obviously you see the other Volk as well, Iron Moth, being very good. Just same thing, basically still Terra Grassing if it really wants to. Glimora we already mentioned, but that's like the hazard lead. Iron Valiant is...
Fighting Volcarona's not on there though.
Yeah.
I think it... I feel like I haven't really tested it around too much, but I feel like it could be good.
Slitherwing?
I mean...
It's alright. It's okay. I think Bandit is pretty decent. I think Bandit's actually really decent, like U-turn, close combat, first impression. Sometimes Flare Blitz or Earthquake. If Toxapex gets more popularity, I'll use Earthquake. But it's pretty decent. But like, if I'm using
one
a
thing I'm
fighting
really
type,
surprised about though.
which one?
I'm just noticed it now. So you finish your thought first.
Oh, I was gonna say that I think it's harder to put. It's so much easier to use like a fighting type like Great Tusk or Iron Valiant than it is to use that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I was thinking. But what were you saying?
Yeah. So like Dragonite, bro, the normal terastallization one. How's that number 27? That thing is so good.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, you got to remember that this takes into account the beginning month, where the literally when it first drops, and where there's more games, and people are laddering is more. Then, like obviously, people are still playing, but it becomes less gradual easily. That's just how it is. Like less people play, the more time goes on. Like I mean, look at number 41. That mon should not be number 41. That mon should be like a top 15 mon. Like Annihilate should 100% be a top 15 mon. Right, it peaked number 1 on the ladder multiple times. The bulk up resto chest set is the best set, and you have taunt as well, which is really good too. So that mon should, I mean, and the fact that Rage Fist just keeps boosting is pretty crazy.
Oh wow, I didn't even see that one. Yeah, I didn't even see the section over there in the.
Yeah, it's crazy, and you have Iron Hands right there. I think Iron Hands is a super underrated mon, right? Besides like Belly Drum and Swords Dance, just its bulk overall is insane. It's so hard to knock out with an Assault Vest, like. Because they took all the best parts of Hariyama and then they buffed all its other stats. Like quite literally.
They literally took Hariyama, gave it an AV, gave it an electric typing,
gave it more defense,
ton more attack, ton more HP, and more defense, and they just like, here, new Pokemon.
That literally, like, it's insane. That mon is, I have never seen that mon KO'd in one hit. Like I have never seen that Pokemon. That's almost like Tinglu. Tinglu, the only time I've seen it KO'd in one hit is if you're boosted, right? I've never seen this Pokemon KO'd in one hit from a natural attack.
Oh no, dude! Like, and fun fact: this is the strongest belly drummer that we've ever gotten. It has 10 more base attack than Charizard X.
It's gonna be stronger than Ursaluna. Is it stronger than Ursaluna?
Same base attack.
Ah, okay. So Ursaluna is gonna be the strongest one just because of the fact that it'll have Facade. But
yes.
it'd be pretty cool. But this is and like, this thing's stats. I just want to compare it. Look, let's play Hariyama on the. Hariyama,
let's see it. 120
attack, 144 HP, 60 defense, 60 special defense, right? So that's, just remember those numbers. And then you have Iron Hands, 154 HP, 140 attack, 108 defense. This is the big defining thing. 108 versus 60 with 154 is insanely bulky, right? And then 68 special defense with 154, and I can just focus on that. It's insane. The comparison of the two is actually insane. So like, it's I mean, it's a fantastic Pokemon. And anything else on that list I'm trying to think that comes to mind. The Donzo makes sense. It's a good unaware wall. Torkoal makes sense because Sun was pretty popular. Not necessarily with like chlorophyll users, but with the quark, the photosynthesis abilities. It was very popular with photosynthesis.
Yeah, I think more of these mons are spinners than anything.
Yeah.
I think it's just because we do have more spinners this gen, and I think the 2 Dawn fans being up there is because that they can both also deal with Golden Go, right?
Yeah.
So it's really, really good for hazard control. It's become so difficult to remove hazards now.
It is.
Just because of that one mon.
But I also like the mind games of Golden Go coming in and losing its item or like taking a bunch of damage. Like you can definitely get progress. I think that I've seen teams run full boots, and I think they're good. Like even on offensive mons, I think they're really good. I've seen Stall run full boots as well, which is pretty good. We see Glimpse now there with the dual screen. I think Baxcalibur is actually, there's just one Baxcalibur set that's super crazy right now. That's basically
is it loaded ice or something?
No. It's sub Dragon Dance with you pair it with like the chilling rain. Or the chilling whatever is that chilling rain the one that Slowking uses? I forgot the name.
Yeah, chilling reception.
Chilling reception. Thank you. You pair it with chilly reception, and you run sub Dragon Dance with Ice Body, and it's run really really bulky, and you can set up on everything. It's pretty nasty. I've been seeing Blunder use it recently. But yeah, that mon is super strong with a Dragon Dance, especially with terastallizing. Breloom having close combat. It's crazy that you see Breloom up here, and then you see a bunch of poison types, a bunch of fairy types, but Breloom's still at number 17. I think the Mach Punch is crazy. The fact that you can terastallize into the fighting type, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll be honest though, I really haven't come across a lot of Breloom.
Well,
I haven't seen a lot of them.
Let me tell you a little secret, Envy.
Okay.
If you look at the top 30 on this list, it's my first team of the metagame. You got Ditto, Golden Go, Breloom, Low Kicks, Cyclizar, I believe, and there was there's no Quagsire up here, but I use Quagsire for the spikes, basically Clodsire.
You know my feature, dude. All my features are here too, pretty much. You got Ceruledge, we got Quaquaval, we got the other two starters, we got Annihilate. Plus, I was the first one to do the Annihilate video too.
Yeah. Yeah, you got that up there as well. I mean, Annihilate's broken in general. Like that mod's really. I don't think it's as good now as it was before, just because the way you beat it is you just don't attack it.
Right. Yeah.
For the most part.
People have learned like the best way that I am able to beat it is a lot of my teams have Golden Go. I just go into it, trick and then just switch.
Yeah, basically. Like even if that doesn't work out, like as long as you're not attacking it, you're like it's. I think that's a really good principle as well. And this has nothing to do with the video per se, but like that mon was slated to be banned, right? And now I don't even think it's that crazy. Personally, even with like bulkier teams, but
number 16 Iron Valiant though.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I think that's the best fighting type on this list.
I think so. Well, no, Great Tusk I think is really good.
I think Spec Iron Valiant's so hard to switch into, and so just special attacking booster energy in general is really.
It's a tough mon to switch into, but I've been able to outplay it.
I don't know, man. Booster energy with like Moonblast, Thunderbolt, close combat.
Booster energy one.
Yeah, because like you don't revenge kill it with a Scarfer. You can't revenge kill it with a Scarfer. That's the big thing about it. Right, and it took all the best qualities of Gardevoir and Gallade, and then decided I'm gonna swap your special defense with your defense.
It literally is Gardevoir and Gallade fusion. Fighting
but it has terrible special defense, even though the other two have great ones, and it has really decent defense. So like, it's not like it's harder to even check with priority unless you're Scizor. And then those Moonblasts.
The one I really liked, the set that I really liked for this one was the Life Orb one, the mixed one, Life Orb with the terrain support, so like you're getting the boost in attack and then also speed as well.
Oh yeah, mix is pretty good. I like Life Orb, I like Booster Energy. I think they're all like extremely solid. I think the only mon that's like on this list, like wow, that mon's on this list, but I think it has to do with the new toy syndrome, number 33. I think
33
Ceruledge.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the only mon that I can look on this list and like, I don't feel like you fit here.
It's honestly pretty good because it's like you can run because it has priority in Shadow Sneak.
Yeah, you run close combat Shadow Sneak, Bitter Blade SD, but
yeah. Or the Choice Bandit set, which is like an extremely hard hitting set, and then like weak armor. Like there's so many U-turners, right? So like Corviknight.
Yeah, that's fair. I just feel like as a physical attacker, if I'm using SD, if I'm using Bandit set, I'd rather use Chien-Pao.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. It's just
you know what I'm surprised about for this being an early generation usage statistic, and people are going to be looking at the abilities and be like, okay, what activates this? What activates this? We see Torkoal, Sun, or the ability. What's that one for the
Pincurchin, Electric Terrain?
Yeah. So yeah, where's Pincurchin for the Violet the Paradoxes? Because I feel like that I've seen a lot of Pincurchin actually just trying to like terrain and like the activation of Quark Drive and stuff like that.
Well, if we look at the actual usage itself, I feel like there may be, like I'm looking at this list right here, but I feel like OU stats and below, so it basically ended at Iron Hands, right? So Rotom was literally right below, and then you have Hippo. Let me just do Pincurchin. Pincurchin was number 67. It actually wasn't that much lower than the OU threshold. It was only used 1.26% of the time. But that's something that happened a little bit after. Like remember, this only takes into account 1695 and higher.
I see.
Which is pretty interesting to see. But Yeah, I just think that this is something that I think a lot of these Pokemon make sense. Like I said, I think some of them will definitely fall off, but a lot of them I can see staying. Like at the top 10, I see no reason why they won't at least stay OU. Glimmor's ability is incredible. I actually think Glimmor needs to be even further explored. And even now, they're like terrestrializing grass to Energy Ball, Great Tusk, live the earthquake, and knock them out type of thing. So like there's a lot of adaptation here. I love King Gambit being at number 11. I think that's one of the sleeper mons of this generation. Like I feel like it dies the same way every single time. You just terrestrialize fighting with your Golden Go and Focus Blast, but they started using terrestrializing Ghost to deal with that, or terrestrializing Flying.
Ooh. Yeah, terrestrializing Flying is the one I've seen with like Terra Blast and stuff like that too.
Deal with Great Tusk, right?
Yeah, deal with Great Tusk. It was like the Cleave Koto
Katal Cleave.
Yeah, that
or
one.
Katal Cleave, excuse me.
Yeah, Sucker Punch, Terra Blast, and Swords Dance. You just become flying. You get like heavy duty boots too. It's pretty nice.
It's pretty interesting. I can see that. You don't really need Ironhead as much as you really do. But yeah, for the most part, I like this list a lot. I think that Masquerada might end up dropping. And I think there's a few other mons as well. I don't think Masquerada is like super top tier material. My favorite set on it is Choice Scarf. I think it's the most viable set because it's actually faster than Iron Valley. It's actually faster than, Roaring Moon.
I'm super into Band just because you lead with it versus like screens and stuff like that.
Oh, just flower trip. Yeah, that makes sense. But that's the OU list. Now let's look at the insanity. Let us look at the insanity that is the UU tier list. So not too many crazy Pokemon down here, but we're gonna be scrolling, and you see Azu down here. I think Azu is something that people are starting to pick up on in OU, so it's interesting to see Azu be down here. But like,
really cool, yeah. And so like, it does not have access to knockoff, right?
Yeah, it doesn't have access to knockoff. It can still ban it in Belly Drum though.
Yeah, and potential Terra Blast Electric.
Yeah. Which is big for Pex and for obviously
and get rid of the weakness of Electric and
exactly.
Corviknight, etc.
We see Blissey in UU, which is really interesting considering Blissey is one of the only Chi-Yu answers. And Blissey only really lost Toxic, right? Blissey only lost Toxic. So
it lost Toxic and it lost Heal Bell too, I think.
But it does have... No, it has Heal Bell. It lost Aromatherapy.
It has Heal Bell.
It still has Heal Bell. Like it literally just lost Aromatherapy. So it's interesting to see this mon like be down here. Obviously,
it lost Wish too.
Yeah, it lost Wish, which is a pretty big thing, right? But other than that, more of these or whatever. So Titan's interesting. I feel like that's something that could definitely take over UU with Slow King plus the Titan variations as well. Some of these mons I didn't even realize they're in this game, by the way. Like, it's interesting to see some of these Pokemon like oh Bruxish, you're here. Well, I'm sorry, you've been replaced by Veluza.
By the what's that? Oh yeah, Veluza.
But I think Satian would be a crazy Belly Drum Sweeper. Guys, definitely leave some UU teams down below as well, and like Pokepace and stuff. I would love to see.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
These guys are all going to end up being, most of these three are going to end up being lower tier sweepers. Donphan in UU makes sense. It has its cousins or distant relatives out there, but I think Donphan's a great Pokemon. This is interesting, dude, because Rain is in UU, and I don't know if you know, but they gave Dreadnought Shell Smash this generation.
Wait.
I think this could even be an OU tier sweeper with the right terrestrializing type to help with his priority.
Yeah, because it speeds.
Amazing.
Be really good.
It has Ice Spinner as well. Like it has, they gave this Pokemon. This is a good Pokemon, dude. Like I feel like right now because of everything hectic in the metagame, people don't see it. But this mon is nasty, and I think in the UU tier, it's a big sleeper. It's a big sleeper. We got Dunsparce, 3-segment, and regular ones. There's no difference. There's more.
Wait, no, there's 3 is more powerful than 1. I can tell you.
Now listen, this mon. What do you think about this mon? Just immediately looking at it. What do you think about it? Just first
glance. Okay, so base 100 attack is great.
With its
85 special attack is usable.
It's
HP
very
is really
usable.
good actually.
It's very usable MV because I'm sorry.
Wait, go max speed, Jolly.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's more than it's Bliss. It's like 209. Yeah, there's. So like,
209.
My brother. Let me show you why this 85 special attack is very important. Okay. Because there is one Pokemon that doesn't have that much special attack. It's called Exploud. Okay. Exploud has this move called Boom Burst, and it only has 91 special attack. That's 309. Okay. 309 versus 295. They also gave this Pokemon Boom Burst. This can very easily, and it has Glare. It has Glare. It has Fire moves. It's basically bulky.
You're not selling
Exploud.
me very well with it because Exploud goes through Ghost types.
Who cares about Ghost types when I Glare them?
I mean, it's not. It's gonna
You lagged out for a sec, bro.
I said it's gonna be weak.
It's not gonna be weak. What? It's literally, dude. Do you see the point difference? It's 14 points weaker.
Okay, when I think Boom Burst, where's Toxtricity on the list?
Toxtricity is down there as well. You can easily use
it's
Toxtricity
in
with,
right?
Yeah, you can easily use it with Terastallizing Boom Burst.
Terastallization, normal Boom Burst.
I'm just saying that Dunsparce is.
Like, just
look at it. Look, dude. 125 HP, 80 defense, 75 special defense versus 104 HP, 63, 73. This thing is bulkier and almost as strong. I'm just saying. Do not sleep when this guy is an NU messing you up with Boom Burst. Now this is probably the craziest mon that's down here.
Wait, Espathra
is down, and let me tell you guys, this thing is taking over. This thing is taking over OU at the moment. Okay, Calm Mind, Store Power, Dazzling Gleam, and then you run Roost. And honestly, like this set is way better than Protect. This set's better than Sub. You literally just run Fizz Def because you don't die. Exactly, and Terastallized Fairy. And like the only way people beat this Pokemon is if they go hard into Golden Go and they trick, because you won't knock it out. I think they're gonna start adapting a little bit and running some Spidef too. But you do not knock it out. You have to trick it, right?
I tried it out, so I put a little speed just to be faster than Meowscarada at +1.
Which is fair.
But yeah, this set is actually really difficult to
it's hard to break
because you're getting speed boost, right? So your store power is getting more and more the more you do.
Yeah, exactly. And it beats unaware mons just because you're still like your store power is still boosted every single time, and the more you live, the easier it is to deal with. Some people run Terra Blast Fighting, which is definitely something you could run too. I like Dazzling Gleam a little bit more.
What's the other ability this thing has?
Opportunist, which is basically you bring it in and it receives the same boost as when an opposing Pokemon receives stat boost, this Pokemon gets stat boost too.
Oh.
Yeah, so that and Flamigo. Flamigo gets Co-Star, which is a little bit similar, but on switching this Pokemon copies an ally stat changes. So people are actually using this with Belly Drum or next to Dondozo in VGC right now, and they're bringing it in and they copy the stat. Yeah, but this one copies like the boost in front. So Espathra's an insane mon down here. I know you've been using Farigarath. I know that set is really cool.
That mon is so good, dude.
With the agility, agility, Armor Tail being able to ignore a priority is really nice. He has a really good video, guys. You should check that out. Subscribe to Envy, like I said. So the both of us,
thank you.
like there's a lot of good content. I think Flamigo is a sleeper in OU. I've used it a lot, and Flamigod puts in so much work when I used it. I can't wait to show it off in the video, but I had it on stream. It was
Scrappy is so good, like because there's so many ghost types in the metagame, right?
We have specifically Golden Go, like you're fast.
Golden Go, Dragapult.
And
what's the other ghost? There's another one.
There's a few more, but
yeah, there's a good few.
Yeah. So this mon, I think the big thing about it is that you're faster than Golden Go. You knock it out with close combat, but Choice Scarf is his best set, right? Because you run Brave Bird, you run close combat, and then you run. Let me show you. Close combat, Brave Bird, U-turn.
The moves are different order.
Yeah, who cares? Close combat, Brave Bird, U-turn, and then you can run like Tailwind as last to help out with your Specs Chi-Yu. But the reason that this mon is pretty nasty is because with a Choice Scarf, you're fast and everything, and if you just Terastallize Fighting, you basically have the power of a Choice Band in a sense, right? Like you've powered up your CC. Like that's
actually really good because the only switching you have is resistances. There's no such thing as immunities.
Exactly. So that's why this mon's pretty crazy. We have down here as well. We see some Pokemon you usually see: Fori, Frostlass, the Gallade and Gardevoir.
No, we got to talk about Gallade. I literally, I just used it in my video that's gonna come out whenever. I think this video is gonna go up sometime. But
mine's gonna go out tomorrow. Is yours gonna go out tomorrow?
Yeah, mine's going up tomorrow. So I used a Gallade on the team, and so dude, sharpness is insane because literally you can run agility on this thing, right?
Yep.
I ran agility 3 attacks. Sharpness now is like such a great ability.
It's a 1.5. It's choice
1.5.
band.
It gives it the damage of a choice band. Agility up is like like so much faster than a choice scarf too. And then you run Life Orb and then boost it 1.3 times.
What attacks did you use?
I used Psycho Cut, Sacred Sword.
Yeah, I was about to say you better have been using Sacred Sword of a close combat because it's boosted by sharpness. Yeah,
yep.
Dude, it's crazy that now the bad moves that Gallade has are stronger.
Are so good. I mean, they were great moves to begin with. I love Psycho Cut a lot.
I hate Psycho Cut. It always misses out on the KO, but now it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It's so strong, dude. Because I O-code everything. I O-code literally everything, dude.
Yeah.
Like Corviknight takes 71 just from agility.
Freaking crazy just how crazy that is. Gengar, you again.
Ooh.
Oh, buddy. Again, so many good ghosts. This is a sleeper with Terastallizing as well. People are just not using it just because of the metagame we're in, but Nasty Plot, and literally it's standard move pull with Terastallizing to boost it or let it survive hits. This There's no way this mon stays UU. I think it just ends up
I mean, like, especially now that Fluttermane's gone and, like, you know, they're faster ghost types, right? I mean, Gengar's one of the fastest one-size Dragapult.
It's literally one of the best. Like, this mon is gonna be crazy. This mon is gonna be crazy, especially in the Terrassalizing meta. We just haven't been using Gyarados as well as another mon that is gonna be a pretty insane down here with Terrassalizing. I think when you're in this tier and all the crazy mons are in OU, it makes a big difference. Like, you don't have to deal with the giant threat. So I feel like Gyara just Dragon Dance Terrassalizer waiting to happen.
Yeah, this will be like the Palafin of UU.
I don't know how crazy. Maybe not that insane.
UU.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe. Honestly,
what other water types in UU are there? I guess Azu's there too.
There's Azu as well, but like, I mean, this thing can knock it out. Honestly, you might be right. You might be right. It's
Moxie,
insane.
everything.
It's insane with the Moxie and everything. Yeah, legit, it's crazy. We have Hatterene down here with the Healing Wish mechanics. Hawlucha in UU again. I have not seen that since like Gen 6. Hawlucha being UU, which is crazy. With the Aurora Veil, Hawlucha Crocodile teams. But I think that's a really nice one as well. That's underrated and going to be pretty crazy down here. Haxorus as well with the Terrassalizing. Hera, Hippowdon going back down to UU, crazy as well. Nice defensive wall. Still a good Pokemon. We have Dragon in UU, which is again something I haven't seen in a little bit.
Dragon in UU is pretty crazy.
I've seen a couple generations.
That was, I think, a few generations ago. Yeah.
I know the 6th generation it was UU, and it might have been UU in 7th as well, but it was definitely not in 8th. But another crazy mon down here. We see the Indeedis in UU, which I mean, they were like RUBL, and one of them was RU, or maybe even NU. But there's no expanding force. What do you think about Iron Juggless and Iron Thorn? Iron Thorn specifically down here, I think it's gonna wreck. Like this mon is good. It's literally good. Envy. It just Dragon Dances. It's faster Tyranitar.
No, I completely agree. Like, I just think it's not being used as much, which is why it's down here. But it's really good, especially with Terrassalization, that changes your typing and stuff like that. But
it's literally Mega T-Tar in terms of like speed almost.
Wait, it's faster. No, is it? No.
It's like 267 versus what? 263? I feel like it's the same. I feel like it's the exact same thing.
Is it the exact same speed?
No, 71 versus 72. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, it's like 263, right? Yeah, 265. So yeah, it's faster than Mega T-Tar. So like one of the big things about Tyranitar with Dragon Dance is that it was slow, right? Even for example, in Generation 4, Dragon Dance Tyranitar needs 3 Dragon Dances to outspeed Scarflagon. So that just to give you an idea, like it's very, very slow. But this one, Rock Electric, you might be like, oh man, I mean that's pretty decent offensive coverage, just not great for like Earthquake and stuff. There's a lot of Earthquake down there, but you Terra Flying, or even Terra Water and Terra Blast or Aqua Tail or whatever it has. I don't know if it has Aqua Tail at the moment because there's not a lot of stuff. But you Terra Water. It has Swords Dance. It's Tyranitar with Swords Dance. That's not the big thing.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's Swords Dance. It has Swords Dance. It has Spikes. It has Stealth Rock. So like, not even just that, but like a Swords Dance, Terra Water, like water.
You know, water transformation is probably one of the best ones because it only gives you weaknesses to electric and grass, and not a lot of the more broken mons and stuff like that are not those types.
Exactly. So you can literally do this with Stone Edge, or I said Stone Edge, but Terra Blast, Water, Stone Edge, and like Thunder Punch or whatever. And this can be just as good as Dragon Dance. This will be breaking just as well as Dragon Dance because you Swords Dance out, they go Hippo, you Terra Water, you kill them. Like this is a good Pokemon, and this is only not being used because in the top tier, it's just like Iron Valley gets the boost immediately. Oh, you can also run. Let's not forget about Booster Energy. Exactly. Now, if you run Booster Energy, that'll boost your attack. So hold up. We're about to go Kartana in this. We about to go Kartana in this.
Let's go speed.
There you go, timid car. But bro, this isn't even that bad because look what I just did. Look what I literally just did. Really this is you, and with Water Terra, you have so many more opportunities. Who knows? Who knows if this becomes things? But basically, we're talking about Timid Kartana, which runs this for speed boost. Like this is a viable strategy.
This is because you get bulky, right? So you get the Swords Dance off pretty easily, and now all of a sudden you're stronger than what you were before when you're running max attack.
Exactly. And not to mention how good Rain is going to be in UU and everything. This is a pretty decent answer, bro. You just Terra to the water and knock him out with T-Punch.
I Terra to the water with the iron hands.
Exactly.
Against Rain.
Exactly. Iron Juggless is down here. This mon is pretty crazy on Rain with Hurricane and everything, and a Hydro Pump and stuff like that. But it's weird because it has knockoff and I don't know. I don't like it as much as Hydreigon.
It doesn't have recovery. It doesn't have roost, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't have roost.
I believe.
Actually,
no. Yeah, it doesn't have roost. Yeah.
It reminds me kind of Galarian Moltres. Does it have Nasty Plot?
But worse.
But worse, right?
But worse.
No Nasty Plot.
But literally worse, dude. Its biggest thing is that it has Tailwind, Taunt, Hurricane, U-Turn, knockoff, right? It's like a bad Eveltal almost.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know. This mon with specs hurricanes and rain though, I'm not gonna underestimate that.
I guess the good thing is that booster energy is pretty easy to adapt with for either speed or special attack. They're pretty close.
Yeah. So you can actually do whatever you want. Like I said, I think on rain with either booster energy or choice specs, probably choice specs, it can be pretty crazy. Like this mon doesn't have to deal with Chien-Pao and Iron Valiant down here. You know.
That's true too. Yeah. This is what the same speed tier as Musketeer speed tier. They're
Yes,
not in the tier,
yes, it
though.
is. Yes, it is. As the Musketeers.
It looks like a similar speed tier that I've seen before.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're 100% right. I think Cloth is a little bit of a sleeper because Cloth has Anger Shell, which when you're at half or less, you get the mini Shell Smash, right?
Mini Shell, yeah. This mon's pretty good too. But you missed a one right before that, bro.
Are you talking about Kilowattrel?
Yeah, that mon's good.
Oh yeah.
That mon's, dude. That mon can
maybe down here.
do
It
damage.
might actually be good down here. You know what? You're right. You're right.
Look at that speed, bro.
This mon might actually be good down here. I know I fought this thing with balance and I was like, yo, this thing is kind of annoying. Like, it might be good. And wind power is pretty cool because if you use Tailwind, you immediately get a boosted electric move
Modest.
after. Yeah. You can go Modest as well.
Modest Tailwind because you double your speed, and then you're just doing so much damage. You can run Terra instead of Vulture, you just Terra Blast something and then just start knocking things
Oh
out.
yeah. And obviously you can still run Voltazorb in competitive as well, which might be useful.
Good abilities, bro. Like these are good abilities. Like they got.
Yeah, I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna knock it. And I think on Thunder can be run and Rain. I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna knock it. You're right. And Terra Water is pretty good with Thunderbolt plus Hurricane. Terra Water is just good coverage, and being Water type, like you said, is just good in general. There's like nothing wrong with Water type. But yeah, Cloth can easily run Swords Dance, and then have like
Swords Dance is really good.
high horsepower, knockoff, and then your rock move. And then from there, you can do, you get your mini. Shoot, you can even use Terra with Terra Rock if you want, so you don't have to miss Stone
Does it
Edge.
get a signature move? Does this thing get like a signature move at all?
Nah, dude, it gets signature ability in Anger Shell.
No. I
But-
know a lot of them get the signature move.
Yeah, they do give a lot of Pokemon signature moves. But like this one, I think is a little sleeper too, lower tier, lower. I think it's gonna be way lower than you, but still,
Yeah.
it's almost a fast Shell Smasher. You know, fast baby Shell
Wait,
Smasher.
oh dude, it gets Regenerator? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it does. It gets regen. It's a crab,
Ooh.
and it actually isn't like. I mean, it's not that bulky, but regen's
It's
pretty cool.
decent Regenerator mon.
Maybe with like Stealth Rock regen, right?
Yeah, like look at the support on this thing, right? It got Stealth Rock's knockoff.
Yeah, you can
with-
definitely do it. It's Crab Ember too.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
not bad. Honestly, yeah, you're right. It's Trailblaze as well, so it's something for like Quagsire. Things like that. There's
Oh,
Goodra
yeah.
down here, but I mean Goodra is literally usually a lower tier, so I'm like not looking at that too much. Keys for dual screens, Crocodile as well. Lost a lot of stuff like Pursuit, but still can do things. Lucario, Swordsdance.
It's a really good mon,
Yeah,
too.
Swordsdance and Astral get better with Terrasolizing, boosting its stabs.
Terrasilize normal E speed. Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's actually that's basically Baby Dragonite.
Yeah.
I actually think high key this mon looks very scary with Terrasolizing because this mon Envy did not lose anything.
Did it not? Really?
No, it has everything. It had everything, and this mon was already
Accelerock's
good.
there.
Yeah, Tough Claws, Accelerock, Swords Dance, like it didn't lose any. I actually think high key this is going to be a giant threat. I don't know
It's
if
gonna
you,
be a huge threat.
I
Or
don't know
it'll
if you
just be like
remember.
a Stealth Rock lead in Endeavor.
Nah, dude, this mon was actually a big threat in the old UU. It was actually a big threat in old UU. Like
No, I remember actually from
so look at Gen 8 UU right now. Let me look at Gen 8 UU. Gen 8 OU. Let's just go scroll down real quick. That
were you
mon,
looking for it in BL.
yeah, I mean it's a high. I was checking to see if it
Yeah,
actually
it's
went to
up
BL,
there,
but
yeah.
it's a high tier. Like, it's a good Pokemon.
Life Form Tough Claws, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, life or just in general, just attacks. But I think this is a little sleeper too. Mabostiff with the Stakeout Crunch and 85 speed. That's good. It has Guard Dog too, which basically raises attack on Intimidate. That's good abilities. Guard Dog, I think it's
Did
gonna
you
matter a
know
little bit more.
It has a cool signature move. You know what that is?
Comeuppance, yeah.
Comeuppance.
It's basically Metal Burst.
Yeah.
Decent HP, so that can work too. I like it. I love it. You're gonna get your comeuppance.
Comeuppance.
I love that.
That's such a good mon.
Zone
I like
U,
it.
Zone UU is wild to me.
Magnezone UU.
Not a lot of steals down here that like it takes too much advantage, but like there's also not a lot of Pokemon in the freaking game besides like Gastrodon, Quagsire that take Flash Cannon plus Thunderbolt. So I'm sure this thing can find a way with Analytic to be crazy.
You know,
Especially
for the usage that I've seen Corviknight at in OU, I've not seen a relative amount of Magnezone.
I've seen a few of them. But yeah, definitely not all. I've seen Terra flying. That way it can like deal and knock out with Great Tusk. But that's I don't know. It's just something that is. It's just a mon that like is amazing, and I think that terrestrializing, like in this tier, for instance, what's stopping me from running Terra Grass, you know, and just beating all the other mons like Gashadon, Quagsire, and whatever. And even then, if they end up, if they end up changing types, then I'll just hit them with my Thunderbolt or Flash Cannon, you know, like if they try and get rid of that, it's not like Magnezone. So I think this is obviously a special attacker. It's a threat. Mimikyu as well. What do you think about Mimikyu?
Mimikyu is really good. That's a mon that I've been seeing a lot in Battle Spot.
Oh yeah, I bet.
3v3s. Everybody uses Mimikyu, but I've not seen one Mimikyu at all in
I agree.
Gen 9 competitive stuff.
How do you feel like it is with terrestrializing though? Like, I don't know, like making its ghost stab actually good or fairy stab actually good?
I think it actually has potential, like because you have the ability to just set up with without having to like lose up like yourself at all.
Yeah,
I think it's still pretty good. In Yu-Yu, I think it'll be really good, just because it can do a lot more damage. Like it kind of reminds me of you remember in Gen 7 when Mimikyu would set up a move and then go for the Z move or something like that.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that.
And it would do a lot of damage.
Yeah,
it reminded me of that when it does the translation with this sword and stuff like that. I think it's gonna be really strong.
I can see it. Miss Maggie is down here too. With Terra, it's really good. I think the
fast.
biggest crazy mon right here, this. Now this.
Noivern.
Let me
Why
tell
is
you.
that crazy?
Well, first off, Noivern was already really good last gen Yu-Yu, right? But
I don't remember seeing.
it was pretty good last gen Yu-Yu, yes.
No.
But the reason I say Noivern's really good is because that 97 special attack with a Terra Fly with Hurricane and Choice Specs, it's fast Iron Jugulus, right? And it has Draco. It has Draco as well. Has U-turn 2. It doesn't have Switcheroo anymore. Does it get Trick?
Ooh,
no, it doesn't matter though. But you just run Flamethrower. Like it's not or Focus Blast. Like I think Terra Flying Hurricanes are incredibly scary. Like especially coming off a Choice Spec. I think this mon is crazy too. I think anything fast that has Flying Stab already and can make that Flying Stab even better can be really strong.
I can see that. I mean, it is fast. Like the speed tier wise is pretty fast, but I don't know if it'll match up to the kilowatt.
I skipped Cloyster, but Cloyster's obviously pretty nasty.
Oh yeah, Cloyster. I mean, it's a given. That mon's gonna be good.
Yeah, if I Shell Smash and Terrasilize Ice, it's basically I have an Ice gem, you know. So that mon's like killing everything. Like or Terrasilize Rock, have a Rock gem, you know. All these are cool. They gave this thing Quiver Dance finally. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, they gave this thing Quiver
Dance?
Dance?
They finally gave it Quiver Dance. It made sense. Like the only way to use Quiver Dance before was the only way to Quiver Dance before was to copy like something else going for Quiver Dance. So I'm glad they gave them Quiver Dance.
Oh, bro, Palmut's gonna go up. It has to.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to get at. Yeah, they just Showdown just implemented Revival Blessing. You know what's also just crazy? Not just regular Revival Blessing, but Rest Sleep Talk doesn't waste PP on Revival Blessing. So you can, in theory, you can Rest Sleep Talk Revival Blessing as many times as you want.
Wait, no.
Because Sleep Talk, it uses Sleep Talk PP. And when you use Sleep Talk PP, it doesn't. Even if the move has 0 PP, Sleep Talk can still call it. So like, I'm pretty positive that's how it works. But regardless, it doesn't use the move's PP. So even though that move have 1 PP, and people can obviously use Lepa Berries and whatever, you can still use Rest Sleep Talk with Palma and just keep reviving your mon.
Wait. Okay. Oh, what?
Yeah.
No.
It's insane, right? This mon's so cool. I really wish they gave the evolutions were a little bit cooler. Instead of just standing up.
Looks.
Yeah.
Dude, wait.
That's our first electric fighter. Like, come on, bro.
It rises at 50% though, right?
Yeah. It's literally a revive. It's not a max revive. It's a revive. So it's 50%. Like, come on, bro. Electivire and Zeraora fell. Or they crawled so you could walk, so you could run, dude. They walked so you could run, dude. Like, those are some of the coolest looking electric types out there. And then we don't got this guy looking that cool.
Yeah.
But no disrespect for you.
Can't have everything, of course.
Pokemon, dude.
Poltergeist. Oh,
Broken.
Dude, I think it still has everything, right? I think it does have Shell Smash. It has Sword Power. It has Shadow Ball and Giga Drain. So it comes with everything, I think.
Wait a second. Shell Sash. So I mean, the broken thing about it is it can just terrify. Like.
Oh yeah. Oh, true.
Yeah, that gets rid of its only weakness. Literally, its only way it was ever beaten, right? Like legitimately, its only way. You just run Terra Blast and fighting, and you win. Like I don't see. What do you do? Like actually, you set up screens and you win with this mon, and you don't beat it with priority.
Oh my. Oh,
You can't sucker
dude,
punch
this
it.
is gonna be crazy.
Is there anything that stops this? Like high key, your little Umbreon about to give me a boost, or not a boost, but it's about to lose to it.
You could literally just you could just go Curse Body here because you don't need the boost for.
Yeah,
Sword
you
Power.
don't
just
you don't even
Terrasilize
need
and,
it.
like, beat counters and stuff,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. I would always go Curse Body. I would not. Why risk lowering my stuff even more? You know?
Yeah.
When Terra Blast fighting literally kills off of base 134 special attack. And you know what's
Yeah.
insane about Ditto being OU? You can't use it in this tier. Actually crazy.
Shoot! It was like right. Oh no. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. I don't know if I mean, like, the only counterplay I could think of is. Here's the thing, because like you Shell Smash, right? Your sword power becomes strong, and so unaware mons will take a hit, but they won't take a hit for long. And then, yeah, I guess you need your own screens or something.
I mean, let's look at let's look at unaware, dude. Like, let's look at unaware, right? So, that's it. That's not a counter.
Eviolite,
Crocolore. What about Wooper, Violet, Wooper, Paldia?
Eviolite. Oh, Eviolite. Oh no.
I'm saying, dude, like that. Low key though, Crocolore might be the better answer on this one.
Then the only counterplay is Terastallization. That's what I can think of, right? You have to Terastallize with something else.
And
to beat it.
Terastallize right.
Yeah, and Terastallize right.
That's what I'm thinking as well. Like that mon is a banned mon. If Terastallize, especially Terastallizing.
So it could be just that Terastallization is the problem here.
For this mon in particular, I think Terastallize is going to be more of a problem in Yu-Gi than it is in OU.
I think it's going to be a huge problem in Yu. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Or it'll just move a lot of mons up to OU.
Or OUBL. Yeah.
Or you BL, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I think we're gonna have.
Which I mean, dude, I don't even understand why they have a BL tier. Like, what's the point? It's gonna be used in OU anyways. This is just for your information. That
It's just to retain that is usage based.
but it's like making it like as if it was a tier. Oh, that's not an OU. That's UUBL. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well that's OU. I don't know why that's the thing though.
A lot of people feel the same way. I think BL could have actually been a playable tier as well at some point, but I don't know. It's just semantics, whatever. They want to keep it as it is. Quag being there, unaware, good, needs to be here. A Quillfish for Rain. Rapska is the other Revival Blessing mon and gets Trick Room.
Another Revival Blessing, yeah. Oh, that mon's actually pretty good with like Trick Room and stuff
Yeah,
too.
Blunder just used it today actually with the Revival Blessing as well because I mean.
Ooh, I have to check that out. Yeah, like with what, Bug Buzz or something?
Yeah, he used Bug Buzz, Psychic, Trick Room. It also gets Earth Power. Like it's not like it doesn't.
Wait, Earth Power.
Yo, it's literally Orbeetle but better because it gets.
This is a Dung Beetle, right?
Yeah.
So it's like rolling on the ground. That's the Earth Power.
Which is where it gets Earth Power. Yeah, exactly.
Revival Blessing is like when they use the dung for fertilizer, and it like makes the. Oh, you know, fun fact actually. You know how like dung is used for like for crops and stuff like that?
Yes.
And so it creates life. Revival Blessing. This is the Dung Beetle, and so it's using the dung to revive the Pokemon because they're buried by the dung, and then they emerge from it.
Wow, I'm
like an egg.
I totally missed Kanto to the top. But yeah, I mean, I agree with that's why it gets Earth Power. I actually think it should have been Bug Ground.
Bug Ground?
Yeah, but
I could see that too. Yeah, why Psychic? Unless it's like.
I mean, it's holding the ball with the Psychic powers. I'm pretty sure. That's also I think the Revival was.
That's a psychic piece of.
Yeah,
poo.
yeah, it is. I'm sorry, guys. I skipped over Oinkalogne. Oinkalogne.
Oinkalogne.
Sorry. And we're gonna keep going, but I just want to say I'm sorry.
Wait. What's lingering aroma?
It's like mummy.
Do they have two different abilities on male and female?
Yeah, they do, and they have different stats as well.
Wait, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'll show you.
There's two.
There's two. There's male and female, and they have two different stats. The female is bulkier. The male is more offensive, but just barely. Right, 110 versus 115, 90 versus 100, 75 versus.
I wonder
70.
why they made the stats like that for the two different ones.
I don't know. I don't know why the male's defense is higher, but then the female special.
Male's offense is higher, and the female's defenses are higher.
Well, the male actually has higher defense.
Oh right. Oh, special defense.
It's weird. Like this one is really interesting. Like I wish it had a little bit more. Like Wish. I think it'd be good if it had Wish, or at least viable if it had a Wish.
Does it have a signature move or nah?
I don't see one. It does get body press.
Oink Blast or something?
Oink Blast. It does get Chilling Water, which is interesting on a normal.
Ooh.
But there's not, like, it doesn't even have setup, which is the sucky part, right? Like, it doesn't
It does. I saw one down there. It has,
it's Stuffed Cheeks, yeah. Stuffed Cheeks is the big one. Stuffed Cheeks plus Iron Defense. Or plus Body Press. That's basically what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you can use, You can make the berry be like a plus defense as well, or plus attack, or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
That's about it. That was about it. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it.
Not a great Pokemon. Reverum with Shift Gear is pretty cool.
Reverum could be actually good, especially with Terastallization. I think it's really, really good.
Yeah, and it also has a really good move pool. Like, it's actually not as bulky as you'd think a car engine would be, or whatever it is. But 119, I guess it's rusting because it's poison. But 119 is really nice attack. 90 is great with Flash Cannon, Shift Gear, Gunk Shot, Iron Head, and then you can run like Terra.
I don't even think it's worth running the signature one that reduces speed by 2.
Oh no. The Rev, whatever it is, revving up.
Spin out, I think.
Spin out, yes, thank you. Lowers the user speed by 2. There's no point unless you're running like on Choice Band.
It's not worth it. It's just better to run Iron Head.
Well, if you do run it on Choice Band though, you can definitely run here. You just run Spin Out.
Oh yeah. If you're running
Gunk Shot, because like Pangoro used to run this, right? You run Spin Out, Gunk Shot, you run Parting Shot. Pangoro literally used to run this, and then whatever last move. I guess Terastallizing, right?
Well, Zenheba's fun too, I guess.
I guess not really. Like if I was doing Terra Blast, I'd make it Terra Blast Fight.
I think Terra Blast is a lot better on this kind of set too. Yeah, I could see something like this. Yeah, but like not if you're boosting your speed. If you're boosting your speed, don't lower your speed.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. Has a really. I mean, Shift Gear is the coolest part, and it has Toxic Spikes as well. So and Taunt. So I feel like it can be pretty cool.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. I think it'll be pretty decent in UU.
Yeah, or even lower eventually. I think it has.
Wait, did we miss Belly Bolt?
Yes.
Let's talk about Belly Bolt real quick.
Okay.
That mon is actually pretty nice.
Well, then we got to talk about Dash Button as well.
Ooh. We
Dash
have
Button.
to talk about it.
I used that today
to
beat the Charizard. If you guys missed that, check out my stream from later. It's on the live tab. Basically, it was me. It was Dash Button, Dax Button, and then it was I like saying its name like that. Dash Button, and it was also Grimmsnarl and then Double Azu. But I used
Azu when I got the Charizard today.
Ooh, big Azu. That's a should. This mod is interesting. Like, I mean, this is all it gets, though, right? Like, this is legitimately all it gets, and then Volt Switch.
Yeah. Electromorphosis is a cool ability, though.
Oh, yeah. I think Electromorphosis is really cool. This
you hit and you get charged up.
Yeah, so your electric move is stronger. So you can definitely run, like, a heavy-duty boot set with, like, support like this.
Yeah,
even
I like that.
It's basically like a little silent toad here. They didn't give it hazards, which kind of sucks. Like, I feel like they should have. But if you don't want to run that, you can run even more support with like chilling water.
Acid Spray.
Acid Spray could work too. Acid Spray could definitely work.
Soak Discharge.
Yeah, I'm sure in like doubles that could be pretty cool too. But I think it'd be like more of a support mon like this. But I don't know if it has a place here. If like let's say Talonflame or whatever, like a random Pokemon like that, eventually climb to the top, you could definitely run something like this. Like this is good. This is actually pretty good.
It is pretty good. Like depending on like, let's say the stall scene isn't gonna be as great, then you could just run this Terrestrial Water or something, and then just keep like, because then you can hit the ground types and stuff with the chilling
water a little bit more, or muddy water or whatever. But yeah, like definitely
keep, like taking hits and destroying.
Definitely something like this could work. Then you have Dash Button, but we're not gonna look at that.
Wait, you don't want to look at your favorite?
It's actually a pretty good Pokemon in Ubers. Did you know that?
I think because of its ability, right, that takes the fire hits.
Well, big body, you ignore fire, and you get a +2 defense raise. So, like in Ubers, it has 115.
It counters
defense.
the fighting one, right?
Koraidon. It kind of. Sometimes they run Heavy Slam, so they beat it 1v1. But what a choice, man. But you can run obviously Wish, Protect. I wish I had more HP instead of this crappy Flareon. Like, it's actually worse than Flareon too. It's literally worse than Flareon. Well, 65, dude, versus 57. But, and it doesn't have that much attack either, as you can see.
It just seems like a good support mod. I don't see it doing anything crazy.
Play rough, body press.
Body press maybe.
Or like even roar type of thing. So like, yeah, it's a nice little support mod. Which is pretty cool. I mean, if its HP was higher, it'd actually be, I'm sure Jamva would use it everywhere.
Why, is that his kind of mon?
It's definitely his kind of mon. He's in OU. He's in Ubers, for sure. It was really nice to see. Oh, I forgot to say Pelipper was down here. Obviously, that's amazing with rain, right? Like, that's the rain setter. That is literally the rain setter.
UU. Oh, yeah, because I noticed I've seen a lot more sun teams in OU than rain.
Yeah.
I've seen rain, but I've seen a lot more sun.
It's not as good. Rain is not as good because you, like your Barraskewda is your strongest Pokemon, and what Terra type do you become to deal with everything, right? Like all the insane priority. Yeah. You can't deal with both Chienpao plus Dragonite. You know what I mean? And it's not like,
Yeah.
and that's fine for most Pokemon because sometimes they're bulky enough or whatever. But this thing literally is a hit and run Pokemon. And the fact that they can Terrasilize and Clodsire can water absorb and like obviously you could Terra Psychic Fangs and then you Psychic, you're weak to Sucker. And I don't know.
But the fact that this thing is in UU though is gonna be so good for rain teams, dude. Like, I mean, there's so many like good underrated rain sweepers that can actually just destroy everything. And
I agree.
Yeah, exactly. And
I agree.
No ditto anything.
Speaking of, every Rotom form is down here.
Every Rotom form.
Rotom literally just missed the cutoff too. Like, and when I say just, I mean literally just missed the cutoff.
Oh.
Because Iron Hands was the cutoff. And same thing would happen. Look who just missed the cutoff. Literally everything. Oh, Slitherwing almost made it too.
there too. Blissey's there too. Oh.
Slitherwing almost made it as well. All 3 Volcaronas could have been in the tier. But yeah, it's wild to see that this all just missed the cutoff. Obviously, the Rotom forms are going to be good. Run and Wash is always good. No Pain Split.
Rotom Wash is great, yeah.
No Pain Split, but it's actually used a lot in OU right now. With like Protect, Will-O-Wisp, Volswitch, Hydro Pump, and then Terra Steel so it can deal with Dragonite. It's pretty cool. What do you think about Mence?
Mence is still really good. I mean, I think just in UU, I think it's going to be really good. Dragonite and OU, I think is just the superior option, but which is why probably Salamence is a lot less in what it is. And I think in UU, because I mean, it doesn't have any priority, but Terrasolation, I feel like it's going to be kind of like a Gyarados scenario where it's going to have a good Terrasolation type or something to take on one of its weaknesses or something like that and just do like Moxie stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really good, I think, with screen support. I think there's some...
Just so good, right? Yeah, I feel like it's so good with Terra. Like, I think it's...
Yeah, with Terra, it's going to be really good, yeah.
Obviously, Salazzle can do its thing as well. I think Salazzle's still a good Pokemon. Sandy
Does it get Toxic Spikes now?
It does get Toxic Spikes now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they gave it. Nice,
Yeah,
which is great.
It's pretty good.
I wish that when Salazzle's on the field and Toxic Spike are up, Corrosion would activate on Steels.
I was literally about to ask that. I was literally about to ask, like, if Salazzle's up and they try to switch in, does the Corrosion ability, like,
I feel like it does.
damage?
I don't think it does, but I
Okay.
always wish it was. Sandy Shocks is down here. Sandy Shocks is a pretty good Stealth Rocker with Volt Switch, Earth Power, Thunderbolt type thing. I think it's a fast Stealth Rocker for the teal.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really good here because I mean, ground types. When you look at the ground types in the tier in UU right now, this is probably one of the fastest ones. First of all, second of all, it does beat like a lot of the mons that.
Yeah, it's faster than
switch
Gara.
Earthquake into.
Though Gara might tear a ground here. Who knows what what it's gonna do?
Yeah, but like your defenses are like pretty solid. Like this I would say is a really good mon.
You know, in OU,
in UU,
I think terrasolizing is manageable, right? I actually think terrasolizing is manageable. I think it could stay, and that's my honest opinion. But in UU, just looking at the tier, this tier looks broken with Terra, and it's weird to say because like, well, can't you use all these Pokemon on OU? Yeah, you can. But because there's a certain metagame, there's certain Pokemon that are better and used often, certain mons just are not as good. So it's really interesting to see that. And I feel like if Terra does end up staying in OU, UU might end up having its own, like, because usually the tiers follow it, but they might just end up doing their own thing, in a sense, right? They might end up banning, like, they'll probably end up banning a bunch of mons until, if Terra does stay, right? If Terra does stay, they'll probably end up banning a bunch of mons until either they decide, okay, terrasolizing for UU is broken. But that also affects RU and stuff allowed. So I think that's the change of how things happen. But
I think so. It's similar. I think an example I can give is when, do you remember how weather was usable in OU and then like there's some lower tiers there's like weather's banned.
Yeah, or like weather's banned, or like items are banned.
Yeah,
or...
it's like literally like they're taking a theme of like, or they're taking a style of play and stuff like that, and they're just literally just saying, okay, this is banned in this tier, and then in the upper tier it's like you can use it there, kind of thing. I think that has to be done for translation in these kind of tiers, especially when you have these kind of mons. There's just so many to ban, bro.
There's there's too much setup down here that is just too good. Like,
yeah.
And they're definitely more manageable without Terra. But in OU, like I said, they don't last. That's why they fell down. Skull Villain, I used that mod in Ubers today. It was very fun. It's okay on Sun. I think it's better in like maybe Battle Stadium 3v3, if I'm being honest. But it's all right. Like, it's hard to get in. That's its biggest problem, right? For whatever reason, they gave it 108 attack and 108 special attack. What they should have done was gave it 108 special attack, 100 speed, and like 90 HP. That's what they should have done. To give this mon the ability to come in. Because Grass Fire, the first Grass Fire is amazing, but the fact I can't bring it in on anything absolutely sucks.
You gotta use some eject button or something with this
Yeah,
thing.
that's what I'm thinking with Torkoal. That might actually be in Battle Stadium. Screamtail is really good, and I think that it's going to see more usage in OU. It's insane. This little
Screamtail is
Jigglypuff.
super nice, dude. It's super nice. Like, it's so good at doing like wish protect stuff.
Literally the best, and it's big. Like compared to Jigglypuff, this one's a demon. Look at all of its stats are good.
This is better than Jigglypuff. This is better.
Yes,
than
it is.
Stuff, bro.
Yes, it is. Dude, it's freaking. It might almost be better than Alamola. Almost.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Alamola being a wish patch there is really cool. I was using
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Really
for
well.
Screamtail, another thing I want to point out is that this mon is actually really good at doing store power stuff too.
Yeah, I think combine sets. Oh, excuse me. It's a little late, guys. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning when we're doing this.
Yeah.
But combine sets could definitely be something crazy down here too. I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. Also, it can do a lot. And then, sorry, I keep scrolling down, everybody, but this is just how Shodan has it.
How we do it.
Slacking if terrestrializing, it's still cool to see, but I don't think it'd be that crazy. Though imagine
Slithering...
Terra normal into Giga Impact sounds fun.
Oh, dude, that's gonna OHKO everything.
That's what I'm saying. But let's talk Slitherwing, like you said.
Yeah, Slithering.
So
Slithering, I think, is gonna be pretty fun, bro.
Yeah, let's talk about its
Bulk
vibe
up.
moves. First impression. Bulk up is really sounds really nasty with like leech life and stuff.
This is a bug fighting, right? And I think bug fightings are super, super good. I mean, we had Buzzwole, we had Heracross. This mod, I think it's no exception.
Yeah. It can also run flare. Excuse me, guys. It can also run flare bits and earthquakes. Sorry, I just keep yawning. But it'll go away eventually. And it has wall charge too. It's good.
Ooh, reversal, bro.
No, don't use that. Don't use that. Use the
wait.
Use the 135 attack immediately.
Use the
booster energy.
No. The speed boosting one. You got flame charge or something. You got or trailblaze, flame charge, whatever, and then boost your speed, right? And then bulk up. And then reversal when you get down to like pretty weak, and then you have the item protective pads or punching glove.
I do think bulk up or flame charge or bulk up trailblaze.
It's Endear too, I think.
Yeah, I do think that's well less reversal, but bulk up like close combat, bulk up close combat. Even though it's crazy you're lowering the defenses, but still you want to use CC on this one. It's so strong. But bulk up CC.
You can literally go
leech
fire
life.
move if you want.
Yeah. And flame charge or trailblaze. I agree. I think that's really, really strong, especially with Terra. Like this model is really, really strong.
Where's its hands?
They're on the ground. You can't. It's not. This is not a good picture of it. It looks amazing. It looks amazing in game.
Actually, yeah, in game it looks really cool.
You got both of the Slow Brothers, which obviously they can set up the chilling reception for Slow
Bro and Yu is crazy. That mon was the OU for like, it was like the OU mon.
But I mean, yeah, in 8 gen, yeah. But then before that, it was like literally every tier had Slow Bro until it eventually kept moving up, and it kept doing the same thing every tier. But the chilling reception for Titan is really nice. Obviously, no regenerator. It's pretty big.
The new teleport. How much PP does it have? Like, is it the same as teleport was
16?
before? It should be a decent amount, right?
You don't get the chilling reception. It's Slowking that gets the chilling reception.
Slowking only gets it. Yep.
Which is, I mean, good. They have something different that they can do from each other at 16, which is nice. It's literally, it always switches out, even if snow is already up. So it's literally a teleport for this Pokemon because it's already slow. So I really, really like that move. So they can actually do something that Slow Brother can't. Thoughts on Spidops?
Spidops or Sticky Web?
Yeah, Sticky Web, Memento, Toxic Spikes. It also has its signature move, which is the spider thing. What's it called? Spider... I'm going to find this move. I will find this.
Silk Trap?
Silk Trap. Thank you, brother. It is Silk Trap.
Down below.
Which protects from damage and contact -1 speed.
Oh, that's actually kind of nice.
Yeah, I don't know why they made this bug. Like this bug should.
You're so slow, anyways.
They should have also like They should have evolved this bug one more time. Like, how do you go from this demon, this guy, to this? You know, all they had to do was move the stats a little bit, right? 92 and 86, and this thing with stakeout. Like, come on, you cannot give. We're not people like that are screaming and scared of bugs playing Pokemon, right? Oh my God, spider! Nobody's doing that.
Spider.
Nobody's doing that.
I did that when I was a kid.
But I will like to say that this thing has a lot of cool little tools that it can do. Like this thing has a lot of cool little.
Yeah, it's got a decent amount of hazards. Oh, hear me out, right? You go for like a spike or a web or something. Then, no. First you do the spider. What is it? Spider trap.
Yeah, spider silk thingy.
Silk trap. Yeah. Then you do that first. -1 speed. You click your webs. You do that again. minus another speed. And then you're faster.
You just assume that you just live 2 hits, which is insane, by the way. But I do think in terms of support, not in this tier, never in this tier, but in terms of support, you could easily run something like this, right? Circle throw spikes. Circle throw with spikes is really cool. Like circle throw with spikes is pretty cool. I don't know why stakeout's here. Let me just put in something.
We don't sleep out here.
We literally don't. But I think that's its little like cool little niche.
We don't sleep when we're on a stakeout for spiders.
Thank you, brother.
Get it?
All right, Squawk ability. is one of the worst Pokemon in this generation too,
Squawkabilly.
but it does get Guts. I don't know why they gave it Hustle when they gave it
Did you
Guts.
say the worst mon? Bro, this mon actually.
No, I'm just kidding. That's Spite Off. Sorry. No, this mon's actually pretty cool. This mon's actually pretty cool. It has Intimidate, which reminds me of like Staraptor, but worse. And then it has Guts, which reminds me of Swellow, but worse. But
What's the other ability again?
But then it has Hustle, which is just
then it has
bad.
Hustle, and it's like what's
Really
it,
bad.
Rufflet, but worse.
Yeah, Rufflet, but worse.
It's
Literally.
got Rufflet. It's got.
But it does. I think. I mean, it's basically miniature. This I was gonna use this in a video, but it's basically Brave Bird, and then you have your Facade, of course, and then you definitely run Terra Blast Fighting, which it already had here. Who put that for me? Was that me who put that?
I did that for you.
Who did that? Okay, thank you, game. And then
you never even changed it. That's
I don't think I did. Yeah, they desperately know what I need. But obviously, like this is not bad, right? This isn't with Guts. This isn't bad. This isn't bad. And then you can run. I don't even know why I'm bothering putting that there. But and then you can obviously run U-turn or I think instead of running U-turn, Parting Shot is cool.
Ooh, you can run Swords Dance.
No, you can't.
I made you question yourself, didn't I?
Unfortunately, yeah. Why'd you make me click this Pokemon again? But it's Parting Shot Swallow, which is pretty interesting. Of course.
It's like now it's also Chatot. Dude, they took literally something from every single normal flying and they put it together to make this one.
We have duels. This freaking Frank is gone. Like, and I guess if you want to be bad, you can definitely run. You can definitely run full-on support, I suppose, with Intimidate and heavy-duty boots. Doesn't get default. Let's see what else.
Support. Yo, I want to see what it looks like when it has max HP and max defense.
Yeah, what are you talking about, dude? It's 51.
Let me see what the base 51.
Ooh, it's like 223 or something like that. 221. Yeah.
Ooh, this actually could be such like the greatest wall of our generation.
Yeah, of our generation. Yeah, only second to the wall of China.
Yep, the second to the Great Wall of China.
Yeah. I'm about to run some copycat.
I gotta set. Okay, keep that max HP, right? I want you to take out. Yep, I want you to put max speed now. Do max speed. I want you to give it a Choice Scarf.
Oh wait, does it learn? Oh, it's just gonna be bad Persian, battle Alolan Persian.
No, trust.
I know what you're gonna tell me. You say give it Final Gambit.
Yes, Final Gambit because
honestly, 368 attack is not bad.
Destroyed.
368 attack is not bad with Final Gambit. I agree. Look, actually, these three moves you 100% run.
Yeah. Ooh, like you just click Final Gambit, bro.
You know what? I don't want anybody to get any funny ideas that they can attack. So this is what you're gonna.
The best thing for this Pokemon is to just lose.
just get out of there. It's true though. It's true. All right, so we got that. Oh, Bombardier. I skipped over that, but I did not mean to. Bombardier is one of my favorite monsters.
Can you tell me? I want you to tell me. Okay, so Bombardier has one move that's a really, really good move. Do you know what that move is?
Rock Tomb.
Rock Tomb.
Yeah, but anyway.
See, I said it correctly for you. You didn't correct me because I'm supposed to say Rock Tomb.
Thank you. So this Pokemon has 3 stabs, just like Delmice, because Rocky Payload gives it a Rock Stab. So you can.
What does that do again?
It's Rock Stab, 1.5 times a Rock Boost. So it's literally Rock Stab. So
I didn't even know that ability existed.
Look at this one, dude. This mon gets Stone Edge, Brave Bird, Knockoff. It gets U-turn. It gets Sucker Punch.
If it gets Rock Stab, so it'll do Translation plus that, so it'll be like as if you're running like of the same typing, right?
Basically, because it's Rock Stab. Yeah. So like it can run this, it can run Sucker, it can run U-turn.
Oh, it gets Sucker Punch too?
Yeah, it gets U-turn. It has a lot. It's a cool Pokemon. It has Nasty Fly as well, but
this is a Stork, right? No, this is like
one
of the Storks.
Yeah, it's a Stork. It's a Stork.
It's the one that brings the children. Thing,
exactly.
Right?
It has Memento and Stealth Rock as well, so it can be an anti-lead. So pretty cool.
Wait, this spawn has rocks?
Yeah, dude, it's a sick mon. I mean, you don't remember in the game it was chucking rocks at you?
I thought it was eating the rocks in the game. Remember, it like broke the cave and it started eating the rocks.
No, dude, it was eating the Mystica herb.
Oh yeah.
That's the whole point of the damn story. Anyway, Talonflame, Sylveon, and you Pokemon, they're here. They're cool though. Talonflame specifically looks cool. SD plus fighting, dry
I
slicing.
think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Talonflame has always been good, bro. I feel like Like even when its ability was nerfed, like I was just running. Remember the last gen I was running Specs Hurricane. Like,
Yes.
that's just so good. Remember, this is another one that can do Specs Hurricane priority with Terrestrialization.
Yeah,
flying.
with Gale Wings. Yeah, with flying. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Ooh.
Rain, that sounds pretty nasty. Tatsugiri,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Tatsugiri. I love the nasty. It's
really
a cool rabbit
cool.
spinner. It's a cool rabbit spinner.
You
But,
did a
like,
video with it, I think I saw.
literally, yeah, the other day.
Yeah, I saw that one. You know, Terrestrialize. If you Terrestrialize Ghost and you use it in OU, you're actually gonna be immune to Quackable.
Oh, because of your Storm Drain plus close combat. Oh yeah,
Yep.
that's cool. The little counter, the Gyarados answer too, maybe. Oh no.
Yeah.
I like that. All the Tauros forms are solid in my opinion. I use
Tauros
Scarf
is
Tauros.
really good.
I used Scarf Fire Tauros the other day. Very good. I think that max defense bulk up with body press Raging Bull with Will-O-Wisp can be really cool, and it actually takes like 15 from Sacred Sword from Chien-Pao, so it's pretty crazy. And it has Intimidate as well.
It's like a bulkier defensive Infernape kind of.
Yeah, literally way better because it's 105. But
Better, yeah.
and one,
But it doesn't have slack cover. It doesn't heal, right?
no, it doesn't heal. Regular Tauros fighting is pretty cool as well. With Close Combat, I think Scarf sets can be cool. I think Bandit sets can be cool. Bulk up sets on Tauros Paleo Water with like Aqua Jet sounds really good too. I think most of the time you're just gonna run Intimidate on it. Cut you if you want to try something with the Double Berry, you could try that. But I don't think there's a point in running Anger Point unless you're running it in doubles. I think this is something that can be crazy in doubles as well, with Anger Point plus things. But
You
there's
could
also
run Cudchew with Cubchew.
thank you. Thank you, Evie, for that amazing
welcome.
input. I do think that doubles specifically has a lot of good unaware Pokemon now, right? Like Dondozo beats Dondozo.
Those are so good,
If
yeah.
It runs Commander in that because it swallows Tatsugiri against the Omni boost.
Tatsugiri becomes like, what is it, like 2 boosts, like 2 times to every
Yeah,
single...
double Omni boost. And it gets like, depending on the Tatsugiri, you can get an attack raise as well with the Order Up move. But I know that Skeletors can beat that because it just Terrestrializes and then unawares, and then I know that other Dondozo can run unaware as well if they want to. So there's a lot of like little things that can happen that I think are cool. But
Yeah.
I think these guys are really cool. Tinkaton Swords very fast at 94 speed is 315, so that's a very fast speed tier, faster than like Gyarados and stuff. And you know with Swords Life Orb, Mold Breaker, Play Rough, and Gigaton Hammer, decent wall
I was
breaker.
going to do the Terrestrial Electric one for one of my things, but then I saw you did it, and I was like, dang, he took it first.
Yeah, dude, I got like 100k.
Great
You
minds.
should have done it. You should have done it, bro. I got like 100k
Yeah.
views. You should still
Yeah,
do it,
that's
dude. Tinkaton is a fan favorite. I'd still watch. I love watching this.
Oh, yeah,
Pokemon
definitely.
play.
No, definitely going to do it. I'll just use a different set.
Toad School can like a more support one, or maybe.
Yeah, maybe like a support one. Like T-Wave is actually really good on it
Yeah,
too.
with foul play and stuff like that, protect, good time. It's pretty decent. Toad Scroll can spore everything, which is pretty nice. So it can even spore like Espeon. It can get a like it can ignore Espeon's ability and go for spore versus it.
Yeah,
it
the
goes
cool
last.
thing about Toadstool is that it actually its sleep things or it's like toxic or spore or whatever goes through like abilities too. So
Like
you
Golden
actually go
Go,
through
yeah.
Golden Go, yeah, like that's a really cool mon. I like that a lot. Ground kind of like a Torterra-ish.
Yeah, it has that
kind of
Torterra
timing.
vibe, but like fast speed and has a lot
Fast
more
speed.
a lot more utility.
Mhm.
Like rapid spin, spore, spikes, etc. Really cool, and gets toxic as well. I'm pretty sure.
I can tell you for a fact, bro, that Toxtricity is gonna be used a lot in you.
Yeah,
it
dude,
has
it's
to
the
be.
super wall breaker. It gets Punk Rock plus Boom Burst plus Terra Normal. Like it is the super wall breaker. Terrestrializing
With the
normal
choice
isn't even
decks.
bad, dude. You only have one weakness.
Yeah, which is fighting, and I don't know. Look, dude, it becomes Exploud, but 10 times better.
But Dunsparce can be a little bit worse.
Yo,
But with Glare.
Dunsparce.
Come on, you know Glare's a good ability. You know
No,
Glare's a good ability.
Glare's a good. Yeah, Glare's good. I mean, you know, you can't just lock yourself into anything though.
I agree.
I would think that you'd run like Glare Coil. I think that could be way better
Yeah.
on that mon.
I think that could work too. But I really do like Boom Burst as an option, especially in lower tiers, because you're not going to have X-Bot everywhere.
true.
Umbreon, cool to see down here.
Yes.
Gave it Thunder Wave. They gave it Thunder Wave now.
Umbreon.
They got rid of Toxic, though.
Umbreon. That's my Pokemon. That's fine.
Doesn't have Heal Bell anymore either.
It doesn't. So
Gets Calm Mind though.
yeah, it does get Calm Mind. That's
You ready to
actually
see me
kinda
Calm Mind Terra Blast Dark Pulse?
nice. Ooh, that actually could be really good. So it does get T-Wave as well. So you could do like paralysis, annoying things like T-Wave foul play and like all kinds of stuff like that.
Yep.
Could be pretty fun. But Umbreon is still bulky as ever. I think this mod is actually gonna be really good. So actually, now that I think about it, versus the versus the Poltergeist.
Yep.
This mon actually could be the counterplay. If you think about it, yeah, like they have the fighting Terra Blast and stuff like that. You protect or something, or you figure out what they want to do first, right? You could Terrasilize Ghost and then like Foul Play or something like that, and you probably live the Shadow Ball.
Not gonna kill them because they're fighting type.
Nah, +2 is a 2 KO.
Yeah, and then they go for Shadow Ball and kill you.
And then you Terrasilize.
You just said you
back
Terrasilize
somehow.
Ghost.
Oh, you run. No. I got it. You run. What's that? What's the Ghost Berry? You put the Ghost Berry on this.
You cannot become Terra Ghost and then
You put the Ghost Berry on it too. You protect, you scout, like they become fighting. You Terrasilize Ghost, and they have the Ghost Berry. You Foul Play, and you 2 KO them basically, and you live them with the berry. Ooh.
Yeah, it just sounds like you lose. It sounds like
It
you
just
lose.
sounds like, yeah.
But that's fine. Like I said, that mon's probably gonna be banned anyway. If Terrasilize is still allowed, there's no way it's allowed. Vaporeon
It's not
obviously
gotten
can
to the
wish and
point where we're
Calm
going to be
too.
running berries just for Terrasization types.
Yeah. Though I did fight a Yachi Bear Gyarados once for Freeze Dry, which is pretty funny.
That's a pretty good one.
Okay, so Vaporeon can obviously wish past and Combine too. Veluza is a really nice Pokemon down here. I don't know why it's base 70 speed, dude, because it freaking chases the hell out of me in the game. But it has Fillet Away, which is basically
that's actually a good one.
Which is basically Belly Drum Shell Smash. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. That, and plus it gets the same ability as Gallade.
Sharpness,
so this thing is
yep.
going to be doing so much damage. It's got a water move, Aqua Cutter. It's got a
Has
Psychic one.
Fano Gambit with decent HP, right? Really decent HP.
Oh yeah, this is actually really good. I mean, only second to that of Squawk ability, but you know.
Yeah, I agree. Aqua Cutter is not here, but it's right here. 70 high critical hit ratio. All its moves can crit, so you can do it with Scope Lens as well. With you definitely run it with Aqua Cutter, Psycho Cut, and what's it called?
Night Slash.
Night Slash, exactly. Yeah, you run it with that.
For the slow bro.
All super crit, all boosted by sharpness 1.5 times.
That, yeah.
And
I feel like this mon's gonna be really, really good.
If you can get it, yeah, because I think it's gonna have a lot more opportunities to set up and less of a chance to resist, like less of a chance to be killed. So I agree.
It feels like it just feels like it's gonna be like the damage wise is gonna be more than just a +2, right? Because of the ability sharpness. So it's like you run the Citrus Berry and then you just become fast. It's basically like Belly Drum Mazu, but you're fast and then you're not as strong, but you're still like, you got the power.
Yeah. On top of that, like if you want to run Citrus, you could be crazy and run it with. You could be crazy and run it with Scope Lens and crit your moves.
I mean, crit everything. Yeah, I can see that too.
Which
like some screen support or something.
Yeah, but that's an option there. This one's pretty cool. And then we are almost lower on the list. Weavile. One of the best Pokemon, maybe potentially even ban worthy in Generation 8, has fallen.
Really
dude.
good. The only thing is, it does not get knockoff. It does not get throat chop.
It does. No, it does not get knockoff. It does not get triple axle.
It does not get triple axle.
Obviously, doesn't have pursuit.
Its best dark move, I think, is going to be Night Slash, or if you run Bandit, it has to be beat up if you're running it with some good mons.
Yeah, dude, why doesn't it get throat chop?
Yeah, it doesn't get throat chop either. Like I was looking at it, I was like, okay, let's see here. So like, I was trying to get some mons in my game or something, and like Weavile was one of them. And I was like trying to put that in my game, and it's like, oh shoot, this thing gets nothing of the ordinary.
Literally nothing. This is
before,
how the mighty have fallen, dude. It's insane to see Weavile. Like, what is the most shocking thing in UU for you right now? Weavile is obviously Weavile is obviously just because it's Weavile, right? But we know why it fall. But Weavile, and then give me another mon. And I'm not asking because I'm gonna put them both in the thumbnails and my titles. But what's super shocking?
Okay, let me think here. Hold on. Looking at this tier list, super shocking in UU. Super shocking in UU is.
Oh yeah, regular Hydreigon's here, but like it's a good mon. Like it can get Death Rock as well. So.
I don't know, bro. I like after using Gallade, like that mon is crazy, dude. That mon is so crazy. I use it. It's just incredible.
Think of Wu-Chen.
I feel like
not here.
I feel like Farigiraf is so good, dude. Like
I think they're good, but like they're not like a Weavile is an omnipresent Pokemon, right? It's something that you see in Gen 8 and it's always there. It's something in the back of your head. Is there any other mon
that
here?
doesn't surprise me as much because we have a better Weavile. Like, you know
Sure,
what I mean?
sure. But I mean, for my title, huge tier shifts. Weavile.
Oh, I see. Oh, right. I got you. Yeah.
And my thumbnail.
For your thumb. Okay, perfect. Okay, I got you.
Oh, I put Iron Thorns.
Iron Thorns, Weavile. Put
Brute Bonnet's good, by the way. I use this with Blunder. It was really good.
Brute Bonnet, I've seen that.
Espatra is here.
I've seen it a few
Espatra
times.
being here is crazy.
Espatra is I think one because like it was one that I think you did recently or something, right?
Yeah.
You did that one pretty recently. Maybe Slowbro, Weavile. Slowbro could be a good one to move down, maybe.
I can see that. So much weird, like to see it, like obviously. I mean, all the dark. It's crazy that they made better Weavile this generation as a legendary, like literally better Weavile.
Thumbnail wise, let me think here.
Let's go. We can think about it after. I'm just trying to think. Also, I just want to know your opinion. What was actually the most insane to see that it fell to UU?
Insane.
Like Rotom as well is pretty wild to see UU right now.
Rotom Wash. I think Rotom Wash is a big one. Like looking at the list, right?
I really feel like Iron Thorns is crazy.
Iron Thorns is a big one, but like yeah, like I'm thinking like all the mons that I've seen a lot of are in OU. Iron Thorns like being down here is pretty wild. Gengar is kind of
as all, but yeah, but
Gengar is a huge one like to be in UU, but I understand that too because of what's in OU. Titan maybe could be because of Belly Drum, but
it hasn't marked its place in the OU tier for it to like stay.
I'm surprised actually that BLISSEY's down here because of how much people had to use it to stop Flutter Mane.
Maybe I will say BLISSEY.
I think BLISSEY's kind of a huge surprise to me, to be down here.
BLISSEY and
just
Weavile.
because and like because everybody had to use that for like all the special attackers and stuff,
Flutter
and
Mane,
for Iron Bundle.
They even start and Goldengo too. That people start running Shadow Ball and stuff is interesting. That's why Nasty Plot. So, all right, I like BLISSEY and Weavile. Perfect. I have my thumbnail.
Excellent. Yeah, I got you. And looking down towards the end of the list here. Ooh.
I mean, yeah, that mon is bad. But I have a couple teams with it that I think are decent. So like it has a place. It has a place. It's not as it's not as splashable as Tinglu. It's not anything like Chi-Yu and Chimpao. But it has a place. It can definitely work in OU. But Wugtrio is, dude. Wugtrio would actually be good if they gave it Earthquake. Why they give it Earth Power and Stomping Tantrum but no Earthquake?
Yo.
But they gave it.
I want you to Terra Blast.
It has a new move. Did you know its signature move? Triple dive.
Yeah, triple dive.
Pretty cool.
Hits 3 times, and that's 90 power then, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of times.
90 power, 3 times. You could run that with Choice Band.
That's what I'm saying. Like if this mon had a better ability, which they all needed a better ability, but like triple dive. Because it sucks because I have to run Stomping Tantrum as my coverage.
Yeah.
Freaking Aqua Chat. Oh no, this one.
Ooh, I have an idea. You'll go max HP again.
Stop Final Gambling. Stop Final Gambling. It's base 35. Like, why is this my moveset? Why is this my viability?
It took Throat Chop from Weavile.
Take Throat Chop. Alright, guys. We're going to leave it at that.
Know, I have a fun fact for you.
Oh, go for it.
So the fun fact is that actually, do you know that Dugtrio, a Pokemon that comes from Generation 1. Now, what was the sort of the like not the mascot, but like the iconic leader Pokemon of Generation 1?
What, the iconic leader?
The iconic leader Pokemon of Generation 1. No, I'm talking about like the Pokemon that controlled all of the Pokemon that is like the very first Pokemon.
The very first Pokemon? Wasn't it Rhydon?
First Pokemon was not Rhydon.
Was it not?
It was Mew, but then like they made Mewtwo.
Oh,
so Mewtwo.
I thought Rhydon or Rhyhorn was the first concept ever made. I thought you were talking about that.
No, I'm talking about like, I'm talking about the actual Pokemon. Maybe I don't know. But fun fact is that Mewtwo. You know how it has those 3 like things where it does. This is the hand of Mewtwo. Look.
Okay.
Do you see it? Like the where it like. It has those 3 like little paw fingers, and it's like kind of controlling its psychic powers. That's the hand of Mewtwo.
Thank you, MV.
Wugtrio. And see if you turn Wugtrio, if you turn the W upside down, it becomes M.
Thank you.
Mewtwo.
Thank you.
Mug trio.
Thank you very much, MV. I appreciate you guys. We're gonna leave it at this. What are your thoughts on the crazy new UU tier? What are your thoughts on OU being solidified with low kicks? You know what's crazy? I wish low kicks dropped because it actually is such a good check to all these insane offensive mods. Like, it doesn't even matter what Terra type Poltergeist was if I can hit it with first impression.
Yeah, and it has the ability that allows you to tint lens. Yeah, so you can hit for more damage.
Dude,
yeah,
they're robbing low kicks because nobody's using it in OU right now. They're literally robbing low kicks.
We could thank you for that because you did the video and everybody's using it now.
Hope y'all enjoy it. Subscribe to me, subscribe to MV. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Goodbye.